in savage weather and conditions, and because of this, in the resilience of humanity, we evolved into what was called the European, right? And this is more realistic than anything. Then the ice caps melt and the European comes down. When the European comes down, it is met after millions of years with other human beings. It cannot remember the black man, the original man. It just sees a different kind of man. With this savage mentality, it came down with meat eating, it came down with savage mentality that we could not understand because we had not been subjected to those natural circumstances that they were. You see what I'm saying? So when the Caucasian or the European, which is just an epigenetically evolved melanated human, came down out of these Caucasus Mountains, you have to understand that this is where we have recorded history from this point on. You understand? We have European Caucasian history reported from this point on, and this is what's more realistic than our subjective point of views within our oppression. We have subjective point of views from our oppression, from the skin type of human being that oppressed us. So of course we have this one-sided view about our oppressor, but that is not objective, that's subjective. You understand what I'm saying? And truly there is no oppressor, because simply the oppressor cannot oppress anyone that doesn't allow themselves to be oppressed.
Can I ask you one question?
Absolutely.
How you think about this? Because I want this to work so bad. I wonder if everybody in the world, right, took 1 second, or not even 1 second, 1 minute out of their day, everybody, I mean everyone, and meditated at one time, do you think we'd be able to link with each other?
I think we're already doing that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like...
my ideas of meditation is totally different than your quote-unquote meditation of understanding. I have a more authentic, realistic view of meditation than others. Meditation is nothing more than what we're doing right now. Me and you are meditating. Meditating is to focus our mind on one thought completely, right? And that is what meditation is to focus one's mind on one thing completely. And if you're saying that if we collectively focused on one thing, absolutely.
That's what I mean.
The more numbers there are, the more we can, and to focus on something is to get something done. So if we wanted to create a civilization of our own, or build a city, or build a town, and it was enough people thinking at once, we used our skills collectively, we meditated and did that. We can actively meditate. Most people think that meditating is just sitting there and not thinking, when the truth is meditation is life. Life is meditation. And as far as people asking me, they ask me the question, do you meditate? I said every night. From 6 to 8 hours, the body must meditate, right? But even then, when your body is at complete in a meditative state, your mind is still thinking, because your mind cannot truly meditate. Your mind, it's impossible for your mind to stop and not think of anything, because
there's nothing rest.
To not think of anything is to somewhat not exist. And even in not existing, that is a thought. You see what I'm saying? So the mind cannot be not conscious, because the mind is consciousness. So we cannot not meditate. So there's the meditation that people are talking about, being Zen, being nothing, not thinking at all, becoming everything. Even that is a thought. Even that is a concept or an enlightenment, because you're still thinking about nothing.
Of something.
You know what I'm saying? And so when we say meditate, there's different levels of it, right? Because we're in our waking meditation right now. Me and you are sharing thoughts together. Just because we're speaking out doesn't mean that we're not thinking. We're just thinking what we call outwardly. We're speaking outwardly. But me and you are thinking together in this moment. So therefore, we are focused on our thought together. So therefore, we are meditating together right now. And so my concept of meditation is a little bit different than your conventional understanding of it. But that's the changing of a subject. Let's get back on the subject at hand, because you
my bad. I apologize, but to me, I don't know, because let's say we had one woman and one man, right? And the woman could not produce a female, and she passed away. What would happen? He would be stuck with male. So how would they still repopulate? That because it's some women out there that can't have children at all. So let's say how does a gene still carry on past that? How? It has to be a third party into it. It has to be something. It has to be something other than just one and one. It has to be three. Because if there's at least three people, then the gene's gonna always carry on.
The funny thing, and I wanted to answer the question to the answer. I always want to bring clarity. I don't want to just throw a question out there and not bring a more clear understanding of what actually happened, right? Yeah. And I do want to give that, and I will give it at the end. At the end of this live, either I'll do another live, but I will stand by, because I'm going to be giving the actual account of what probably did happen. You know what I'm saying? To make you think, and like, wow, that makes more sense than the Adam and Eve theory. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But
and just like,
and even
just
the
like
Bible supports it.
Yeah. The Bible supports a lot of things in science. The science and the Bible go side by side, but our Bible is still translated too many times for us to know exactly what was said, unless we have the original, which they do have the original Bible that nobody knows about. It's a whole nother subject, but man, I don't know. I really don't feel like one and one can really.
Make sure you call in again. You heard?
I got you.
I love myself. Pretty cool build.
Yo, what's good?
Peace, God.
I love myself.
I love myself.
Yeah, bro. I got a question.
Yeah.
I was told by my grandma. She was saying that the human race was like black, white, and Chinese people. Like it started off like black, white, and Chinese. And I wanted to see, like, is that true? Like, was that God chosen people? Like, was that the chosen people?
Nah, brother, that's not true, brother. That's not true. The truth is, all races evolve from melanated people. Point blank period. Right. We can literally go to like any place. We can evolve. We could devolve a light-skinned pigmented person back to a black one.
Okay,
no matter where the region that they're in. If you go to China and you look at the history of China, no matter if they didn't record it or not, it's kind of hard to hide black presence or melanated presence people as the original people that the Chinese evolved from. Come on, Mexican people, white people, any race on this planet has clearly evolved from some kind of indigenous melanated person, you know. So no, that's not the case at all, you know. I mean, we know that. Hidden Colors show that. I mean, you could just go to Hidden Colors. They got all kind of knowledge showing how we were indigenous and how they evolved from us. I mean, you know, that's not rocket science. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's all I wanted to know, bro. Appreciate that, man.
I love myself.
I love myself.
Hey,
Peace, God.
Hey, what's up, Chief?
Peace,
God.
I'm good. How you feel?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I heard you on your question about. I think that's just from my research. I think that it was just one man, and it could be one man and one woman could populate the earth. And how they have, because when they have kids, Cause now, nature is different from culture. You know what I mean? How we come up with culture now, it has it puts stipulations on things. You know what I mean? Cause look how people raise dogs. You get the male dog and the female dog, and then the dog have kids, and the same kids sleep with the mother. You know what I mean? And they keep populating that way. So I think that one man and one woman can repopulate.
So what are your thoughts on incest? What are your thoughts on incest and the results genetically?
I think incest is more of a culture thing. It's not nature. You know what I mean? So it's like.
Well, I guess what I'm saying to you is, I don't know if you know about incest and what it does biologically as humans, and how animals always avoid incest because of the genetic defects that come along with it.
Yeah.
You know, I know that it might be a culture thing, but I think it's shot harm more than anything because of the genetic defects that it has on human beings. You see what I'm saying? Okay, they say it's nasty, right? But beyond being nasty, scientifically, it is proven without a shadow of a doubt that there's likely to be more diseases, genetic mutations that come from incest and interbreeding. How do you feel about that?
To a degree, I think it depends on the climate, because I think oxygen or the amount of how the red blood cells, actually I think that's what causes a lot of deformity in incest, because some people have, some people can be anemic genetically, and they can have sex with someone in their family and the baby can come out deformed. In that perspective, because of lack of iron or lack of oxygen, can cause a lot of things, right? So I think a lot of it play a major role on like what climate, what time of the year, what the environment is.
So you think that are you saying that incest has to do with
incest is nasty
environment? That we can have incest depending on the environment? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, somewhat.
And
I think that.
What does that have to do with damaging DNA because of the closeness in relative relation as far as brother and sister, and nature programming it not to be, you're not supposed to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, but at the same time, though, I understand what you're saying, but nature is different from how we put things in a culture. You feel me?
What I'm saying
and so
is that I'm talking about science here. I'm talking about nature.
Yeah.
I'm talking about our observation that we have in animals. Animals will always opt to, resist or go around incest. These are primates we're talking about here. Studies done on primates. Monkeys, gorillas, insects, all kind of things in nature would rather not will go around having relationships with brothers and sisters. You see what I'm saying? Because once they're mated brother and sister, the genes are defected. And it seems to me through science that nature does not want this to happen at all. You understand? Biologically. From studying, and when you get a chance, just go search incest and inbreeding.
Yeah.
Search this when you get a chance to get some knowledge on incest and
Well, let me ask you this then. Okay. Well, what would be the difference if the mother had sex with the son, or the father had sex with the daughter, contrary to brothers and sisters?
Well, I wouldn't see there be much in it, any difference in defecting the genes at all. I think that is what we're saying. I think that's what we're saying. You see what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
That it's just
so you don't
deny. Naturally, it's going to deny the genes, because that's what we are, right? We're genetic code. We're carbon expressions of genetic code. And when the code has been when the code or it has been mutated, defected in some kind of way, it will not allow life to exist because of disease, dysfunction, disorder. So therefore, we have seen in science that when incest has occurred, that this creates genetic mutation, which then creates disease, all kind of diseases that won't allow the genes to be spread safely. So we have evolved to avoid incest because of this fact.
Yeah. Well, let me say this then. Well, how is it that because we're different from animals too as well, because animals, they only mating to have to reap for procreation. That's the only reason why they mating, right? So,
well, who told
we as human, huh?
You think so?
I mean, I just don't go outside and see no animal just cause I'm out here in the woods. I just don't never see animals just making just to be for the pleasure of it, like how humans have been programmed to do. Yeah, I have.
What? I'm not talking about domesticated animals. I'm talking about animals in nature.
No, I'm out here in nature. I've literally seen rabbits do their thing, and I think it was just for procreation.
Okay, so what?
I don't think it's for nothing else.
How do you know that it was just for procreation?
Cause every time an animal has sex with another animal, it ends up pregnant.
Right, and just like us. But what I'm saying is this: have you ever?
No, not all the time.
Have you ever studied bonobo apes?
No, I haven't.
When you get a chance, study incest, study inbreeding, and study bonobo apes. And this will give you a different.
I looked at inbreeding at one point because, like I say, I've been getting into nature, and so I looked at the inbreeding because I was looking at how animals actually operate in birds. Okay, you got some birds, you got many different types of birds, but birds stick with their own kind, right? Because you're not gonna have an eagle to go mate with a vulture. You understand where I'm coming from?
Right.
And exactly. So an eagle mates with another eagle. So if you got two eagles, right, and you raise them, how are you gonna populate with more eagles if you don't do some type of inbreeding? Like, how are you gonna populate more eagles?
Right. That's why we're getting there. We're getting to the there are animals that are it's called bottlenecking. There are animals that do incest because there's not, because of the people destroying the animals, you know what I'm saying, and the animals trying to survive and they become endangered species. But even then with the bottlenecking, it's called bottlenecking, when they have to do that, it causes defects, is what I'm saying to you. Yeah. That's why it's called an endangered species, because when it's such a small population and it has to do whatever it has to do to survive, it would rather not, because this creates, through nature, a rejection in genetic sharing, you know what I'm saying, in evolution. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I mean, that makes sense. I was just looking at, nature contrary to what we've been taught and culture-wise, you know what I'm saying? Because nature is totally different from what society...
Nature is not totally different. We are part of nature. I don't know why people think that humans are different than nature. We are just...
Nah.
In every way.
Nah, I wasn't speaking on us as being humans. I'm saying, say how Babylon set certain standards on things that, like how they do the water thing, and contrary to that, they know we need water, but you putting fluoride and chlorine in it. You know what I mean? That's not nature.
Right. And let me say this. If we look into the animal kingdom very deeply, we can see wars between trees through the roots. We can see wars going on.
Yeah.
Man, it's just nature. You understand? And on a deeper level, once you really understand nature and you study and observe nature, you can see human behavior in nature. We animals. I don't want you to think ever that we're not animals. I don't want you to think that we have different behaviors maybe than animals. We're the most conscious animal on this planet, but we are animals. And do we understand that?
So how do you define animal?
Well, animal is just
Define animal.
well, animal is just a natural living cell on the body of Earth. So an animal is nothing more than a genetic expression of what we call nature or God. I won't use God because we're talking science. We'll say nature. An animal is a genetic expression within the equilibrium, which keeps balance within the ecosystem of the organism that it derives from or makes up. So we are an ecosystem. We are part of the ecosystem. We're not exempt from the ecosystem. We're a part of what makes up the planet Earth. We are a part of it. We are a cell. Just like the cells in your body make up who you are. You can't take away liver cells and be like, yeah, you know, we're liver cells, but this is the rest of the body. No, the liver is a whole bunch of cells that make up the liver that make up the body. You see what I'm saying? So we are an organism upon an organism, which you see what I'm saying, of an ecosystem that makes up an organism. You see what I'm saying? We are an animal is a genetic code of an organism that makes up, that is part of what makes up an organism. So an animal is a cell in all reality. Animal is just a cell or an expression of a kind of cell within the organism as a part of the equilibrium of that organism that allows it to function and to stay alive. So humanity is a part of the existence of the planet Earth. And so we humans keep up the equilibrium, or nature destroys the species and balances itself in some kind of other way by making up another species. You know what I'm saying? So nature always is balancing itself, and so the human is a part of the survival of the organism. Unless the organism finds that the human species, as one of the cells in the body, has become cancerous, then the body will find ways to balance itself through the equilibrium, or AKA nature, to bring itself back into balance. And that's what's going to happen, right? We're destroying ourselves, right? Nature is destroying or getting rid of anything that doesn't serve it in the evolution of time. That's the end of Babylon, right? Babylon kills itself. Right? But nature is actually creating balance, which is actually going to kill Babylon, which is going to do it through its own self. Like humanity is going to kill itself to balance. That's just the universe and how it balances itself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. One last thing. I just thought about something too that I started thinking about quantity and quality, right? And man, like, I guess this is going to like polygamy a little bit, because man, then I guess it would have to be one man and two women. They can reach man is more into quantity and women more into a quality thing. So I was just looking at that, like, well, then it couldn't be one man and one woman, you know, just the enlightenment you gave on inbreed. That means that it could be one man and two women.
Well, we can look into indigenous people. Indigenous meaning the original people of the planet.
What, the
Indigos, right? Whatever you want to call them. We can look into the indigenous men, right? We can look into tribal living. Not this modern day crap that we're doing right now, where even in our modern day time, nature prevails in the nature of man, right? Because men are cheating, we're lying, we're acting like we're monogamous when we're not. You know, it still prevails, right? Even though we're domesticated in our mind, we're civilized or domesticated in our mind, our nature stays the same from the indigenous time. The only difference is we didn't lie about our nature. We actually formed our families around the male's nature. Now the male is lying about his nature and domesticating himself into that lie and continues to set himself up to sin within the laws that he created. You see what I'm saying? Like, we are nature, and male has a nature. The male has a nature, and when we were indigenous to the earth, we respected that male's nature and implemented it into structuring the family around it. You cannot a male. I don't care what it is. You could train a dog, and I always use this analogy. You could train a dog to go get your groceries, right? You could train a dog not to poop in the house. But the dog will always be a dog. You understand what I'm saying?
True.
No matter how well trained that dog is. You can have a dog sniff. You can put a ring on it. You can cut his hair. Put a suit and tie on it. You understand? You can domesticate the animal as much as you would like. But the nature of the dog will always persist. And we punish the dog for being a dog. Just like we punish the human male for being a human male. But we didn't do that when we were in tune with nature. Because we were not only in tune with the external nature, we were in tune with our own nature, which was human nature. And so we understood the male's nature, and we structured our families in tribes. We structured our families in polygamy. This was the original way. We respected the male's nature. You understand? And his tendency to want to procreate with as many women as he could, and then structure that into a family setting so that we can truly have an unbreakable, unshakable unity that forms a community. So there is no commune without unity. But now we have domesticated the human being. We have modernized the human being. We have said this is the way. Through colonialism, we have domesticated the human male, and now the human male has to go against his own nature to be a quote-unquote good man. Good man. You're good man. Good man. He's faithful. He's loyal. You see? So when we see this for what it truly is, then we can understand it. And then we don't have to feel so bad for being natural. You understand? And we don't have to lie, especially in our young ages. And our young ages, I mean, you know, as you get older within the system, in the modern day system, the way they're feeding you, your libido slows down. Then you're able to be like, I'll be with one woman. I'll be with one woman. But the more masculine the male is, the more he will tend to want to procreate with as many women as possible. This is his nature. Whether we like to know that, agree with that or not, but the less masculine man is able to be more domesticated, you know, more trained. He's like, I don't see a problem with monogamy yet, but that dude is not going to be fucking your brains out. Quote unquote. He's not going to be jumping your bones every day. He's not going to have sex with you like that. He'll be nice. He'll even be kind of feminine, and then you don't want him. You know, these are the men that you cheat on, and the woman don't even want it. So naturally, right? The woman don't even want this male. She doesn't want this male. She eats this male and chews him and spit it out. This is why you have the epidemic of single mothers. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, you're right. And that's true too, man. That's the truth. Women respect more because that's what I'm into. You know what I mean? I'm into polygamy, like point blank. Period. I'm not into the monogamy thing. And, I just be honest about it.
Women know this by their nature.
Exactly.
They know it by their nature. That's why when a woman cheats on you, it's totally different by nature when a man cheats on you. When a man cheats, woman cheats that shit. The only thing they mad about is you lying about it. They understand it. Like, women naturally understand that their man, especially if the more macho, the more masculine her man is, she gets it by nature that this man is going to have multiple women. And she's looking for him to act